But, you know, in the Western world, meditation practice got introduced to the mainstream society in 70s, but people had no faith in that. Even in the 80s, people had no faith in that. Even in the 90s, when I was started teaching meditation in 1995, again, there were people, but they were kind of hesitant. But it was after 2000 that people started heavily practicing meditation or seeking the help from the Buddhist monks, meditation masters. And there is a reason for that, because Dr. Kabat-Zinn, a famous psychiatrist who started that program, mindfulness-based stress reduction, he highly recommended mindfulness meditation as a solution to the personal traumas or the mental health issues. So now, why meditation? Meditation, as we all know, is the solution given by the Buddha to the social problem, universal problem that is known in Buddhism, the dukkha. Dukkha has been translated into English as suffering. And so now, when we say this dukkha, the suffering comes to us in so many ways. Now, as you can see, even Dr. Kabat-Zinn, when he uses the word stress, that is what he is referring to. But in addition to this, there are a lot of emotional problems, signs, symptoms, and causes. And we know it in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the Buddha clearly said, Sattanang Visuddhya, Dukkha Domanasthanang Attangamaya. So now Nyaya Sadigamaya, Nibbana Sachikiriyaya. So all these, the solution the Buddha gives, that, you know, the meditation, or maybe in traditional Buddhist countries, we call it Satipatthana. Satipatthana meditation is the solution to this existential problem known in Buddhism as dukkha. Now, dukkha is something unbearable. And we can see this dukkha, the suffering and stress in every country. Every person is going through this. And there are signs of this dukkha. So now, in the famous, this is the gentleman that I was talking about, Dr. Jan Kabat-Zinn, and he has authored a book called Mindfulness Meditation in Everyday Life and Exercises and Meditations. So actually he has done a great service and a great job by talking about meditation, writing about meditation, and introducing meditation as a solution to the human suffering. And in that book, Mindfulness Meditation in Everyday Life, Dr. Jan Kabat-Zinn is introducing mindfulness meditation in 4 steps. He says, paying attention, that is listening, watching, or considering what naturally exists. And then on purpose, when you do it intentionally, increasing awareness of experience. And the 3rd step, in the present moment, focusing on the here and now, and non-judgmentally, being curious and objective about experience. So although this is the modern definition given to the mindfulness practice by Jan Kabat-Zinn, although it is true, but the mindfulness the Buddha talked about has a deeper understanding. It has a, I think people need to understand the root of this Pali word. Pali word sati has been translated into English as mindfulness. So how did Buddha talk about this mindfulness meditation? Now you can see in the Anguttara Nikaya, there is a sutra called the Nagara Sutta. And there Buddha explains how we practice mindfulness meditation, the Satipatthana or meditation. And there Buddha says, just as the royal frontier fortress has a gatekeeper who is wise, experienced, smart, intelligent, wise, to keep out those he doesn't know and to let in those he does, for the protection of those within and to ward off those without. In the same way, a disciple of the noble ones is mindful, highly meticulous, remembering and able to call to mind even things that were done and said long ago. With mindfulness as his gatekeeper, the disciple of the noble ones abandons what is unskillful, develops what is skillful, abandons what is blameworthy, develops what is blameless, and looks after himself with purity. So I have given, I have inserted a picture here, and now here that's the royal palace. Now you can see there are two guards, and they won't let anyone go through that entrance door unless they have the permission, unless they know this person is not dangerous. And so in the same way, like why people go through so much stress and experience a lot of pains, because when we as meditation practitioners are the gatekeepers. As meditation practitioners, yogins, we have to be very wise, experienced, and intelligent, very smart, and we should keep out those we don't know, and we just should let those we know. So now, what does it mean when we when we keep mindfulness as gatekeeper, and then we understand what is unskillful, what is skillful, what is blameworthy, what is blameless, and then one thing we need to understand, if we just allow unwholesome thoughts, negative emotions, let in or go into our mind, then they are going to create a lot of stress, they are going to create a lot of problems, and they are going to make us anxious, we are going to slide into deep depression, and as a result of that, we are going to suffer a lot. And so now, if we just if we can develop mindfulness and regarding the thoughts, because one thing we need to understand, it's all about the mind. We understand it's the mind. Mind has to be taken care of. Mind has to be protected. So the negative thoughts, unwholesome thoughts, negative emotions, unwholesome emotions always disturb the mind, create a lot of problems like stress, anxiety, depression, fear, sadness, grief, and guilt. So if we can just allow the wholesome thoughts, wholesome emotions, positive emotions, then they are going to help us maintain purity in the mind. Then we can maintain the peace of mind. We can live a happy and peaceful life. So now in this graphic picture, you can see what's happening here. Now, what is the goal of mindfulness meditation? And as we know, goal of Satipatthana meditation is the nirvana, the realization of nirvana. Now, we can make it very simple for people for today's experience as the freedom, health, happiness, and peace. Now, now look, people are getting exploded. In the picture, you can see there are so many things are going on, and all the craps, all the garbage are being dumped into our head. So today, in the 21st century, due to media, drama, negativity, gossip, and socialization, we are constantly being dumped with all the negativities, like negative experience, negative stories, and we are getting bombarded by all these things. And when we engage in such things, we enjoy them, but later on, they impact our life. So in order to really benefit from meditation, to get the relief from stress, now you can see in the picture, that lady is getting stressed out because she's thinking too much. She's doing the negative thinking, worrying so much, and she can't focus, she can't concentrate on anything. And now she's constantly thinking and thinking and thinking and worrying about so many things, worrying about the past, worrying about the future, and cannot have peace of mind now. And at the same time, while she's going through all this, and she's being bombarded with all the garbage, all the negative things. So to really get relief from the stress, now this is how it should be, we all should be doing. There are 4 steps to follow. We need to prevent from, let's say, that this kind of media, drama, negativity, gossip, all the negative things. And let's say all these years we have engaged in such things. Our mind is full of all the garbage thoughts. Now let's say our mind is a dustbin. Now we need to remove. We should be mindful to remove these garbage, negative thoughts, negative emotions from our mind. And then we need to fill our mind with the wholesome thoughts, good stories and good things, good people, and meditation, mental exercise, yoga exercise, or other wellness exercise. So we can do a lot of things, and especially we can develop mindfulness, we can cultivate our mind. And when we keep doing these, cultivating the mindfulness and cultivating the wholesome thoughts, and then guess what? At the end, it will give us peace of mind. And so if you want to sustain peace of mind and a happy life, if you want to live a life free from daily stress, then we need to keep preserving, or we need to keep doing the meditation every day. We need to keep reading the good books every day. We need to hang around with the good people every day. And we need to keep listening to the Dhamma every day. And we need to keep purifying our mind every day. So this is what we call preserving, preservation or maintenance. So we can continue doing this, keep up with the practice. Now, let's say even over there, what you're doing, you're, despite all the difficulties in modern time, because of this COVID-19, you're still observing the Uposatha Sila on full moon days, and this is going to definitely give you peace of mind. So you need to keep doing this to distress yourself, to gain the relief from the daily stress and tension. And so now, what causes problem in our life? What causes stress in our life? Now, for example, you all could do a little exercise. Maybe, I don't know whether you have anything with you. Maybe it could be a pen or pencil. If you have something, you could keep your, let's say I'm holding my phone on my hand. Maybe you can keep something on your hand, and let's see how long you can keep holding this pen or pencil. You're holding a phone. Now, of course, the pen or pencil is not that heavy. You're strong, and you can keep holding it. But if you keep holding this, no matter how strong, how healthy you are, if you keep holding the pen or pencil, little thing, for 1 hour, it's going to create a lot of stress on your hand. And if you keep holding that object on your hand, that is going to even make you lose your healthy hand. So here you need to be mindful of what you're going through. First, you need to be mindful that you are under stress. You are experiencing a lot of stress. then you need to be mindful of what's causing this stress. And once you become mindful of the stress, once you become mindful of the causes of the stress, then you need to bring kindness into action. You need to love yourself. You need to care for yourself. And then you have to, then if you really care for yourself, if you're being kind to yourself, and then at the moment you choose to let go or to drop the object you're holding, and then you're going to feel a lot of relief. So this is an exercise that I do with the majority of the people wherever I teach meditation to the public. And so immediately they understand it, they get it. So one thing to keep in mind, we are experiencing a stress, or we are going through a stress because we are holding on to something. Maybe we are holding on to our ego. Maybe we have a rigid personality. Maybe we are holding on to a story from the past. Maybe we are holding on to a little thing, you know, maybe a little matters. And those are causing a lot of stress. So if we can be mindful of this, and then if we can understand, mindfulness meditation helps us letting go the day, the moment you choose to let go what you're holding on to, then your stress will be gone. Your pain will be gone. Your suffering will be gone. So one of the main purposes of meditation practice, mindfulness meditation practice, is letting go. To let go what we are holding on to, all the negativities. Maybe like, you know, we are holding on to these things. Things are being dumped in our mind and in our mind. So we have to understand that we need to let go all this, you know, all the garbage from our mind. If we keep these unnecessary things, if we hold on to the media, drama, negativity, gossip, stories from the past, and then there will come a day we are going to get exploded. So we need to let go these things from our mind. Now, I would like to tell you a story. Now, probably you have seen this picture, and you know, there's an institute. It's called Life and Science Institute, based in the United States. And annually, the prominent scientists, neuroscientists, and psychologists have a 3-day conversation, dialogue with His Holiness Dalai Lama. So in one of the conferences, His Holiness Dalai Lama encouraged the scientists in the audience to do some research into brain, because the neuroscientists normally do the research into the negative experiences, negative emotions. Let's say when you get upset, what happens in your brain? When you get angry, what goes through your mind? And when you're under pressure, what happens? When you have a lot of stress, how does your brain work? How does it function? So in this way, the Dalai Lama said, instead of course, that is fine, you can do that research, but he highly encouraged the neuroscientists to do some research into positive emotion, like mindfulness, meditation. When you cultivate wholesome thoughts, happy thoughts, or kind and compassionate thoughts, what goes through your mind? What happens in the mind? So all the scientists were kind of doubtful, But there is a prominent neuroscientist in the United States. His name is Richard Davidson. And Richard Davidson thought, if a person like Dalai Lama encourages scientists to do the research, so then there should be some truth in it. So Richard Davidson wanted to follow the advice of Dalai Lama. So he wanted to try, and then Richard Davidson invited one of Dalai Lama's disciples. His name is Matthew Ricard. You can see in the picture. And the Matthew Ricard is a French monk, and he himself was a doctor, and he renounced the household life, and he became the official translator of His Holiness Dalai Lama. And then later on, he became a disciple, ordained disciple of Dalai Lama. And then he started practice meditation. And Richard Davidson invited Matthew Ricard, the French Buddhist monk, to come to his lab in the United States, that is at the University of Wisconsin at Madison. And so Matthew Ricard happily accepted the invitation, and then he traveled to the United States, to the University of Wisconsin, and then went to Richard Davidson lab. So there in the lab, Richard Davidson said something very interesting. He said, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do, just do your regular meditation. Whatever meditation you do, you just do it, and we will measure everything. We will monitor all the activities taking place in the brain. So they inserted about 256 sensors around his brain, his head, as you can see in the picture. And then they asked him, okay, don't worry, no need to worry about anything, don't get stressed out, don't think about what we put on your head. All you have to do, just do your regular meditation. So Matthew Ricard sat down on that cushion, and then they put all the sensors on his head, and then he started practicing meditation, a mindfulness meditation, loving kindness meditation, and especially he says the mudita bhavana, joy meditation. And so when he started practicing meditation, Richard Davidson, the neuroscientist, along with his assistants, they all were so surprised to see a positive change taking place in his brain. His brain plasticity started becoming, the gray matters becoming thicker and thicker, and so that showed the positive experience of meditation, and the meditation, and that showed the positive experiences of joy and happiness. And so this monk practiced meditation therefore 1 or 2 hours for a couple of days, and every day they have seen the positivity in the brain. The gray matter started increasing, becoming thicker and thicker. So Richard Davidson has never seen something like this in his life, in his research into brain. And then he began to believe what Dalai Lama said, why Dalai Lama asked neuroscientists to do research into brain about meditation, mindfulness practice, and all the positivity. So Richard Davidson published an article in a journal. There he said something very interesting. That is, he summarized that into 3 sentences. He said, we can train ourselves for positive change. No matter what happened to us, no matter what we went through, no matter how difficult it was, and we can go for positive changes. We can change our life. And so for that, we need to train ourselves for the positive changes. And then this second statement, he said, positive changes are measurable. Now, thanks to the modern technology, and we can measure the changes taking place in the brain. And then he said, last thing is very important, learning the new ways of thinking for the positive changes. So to bring positive changes into our life, and to reclaim happiness, joy, peace, and to continue living a peaceful life, then we have to train ourselves with the new way of thinking. We need to learn something new. So because of this, now he highly encourage people to try practice meditation, because this picture has been published in the front cover page of the Time magazine, and the theme was the happiest man on earth. So the Time magazine said the happiest man on earth is a Buddhist monk, Matthew Ricard. Whoever practices meditation and whoever does the joy meditation, happiness meditation, loving kindness meditation, they can become happy. And of course, even Matthew Ricard in his book said, he also wrote a book about happiness, and there he said, it's not just me, anyone can become happy. Anyone can do this meditation. Anyone who is going through stress, anyone who is suffering from anxieties, depression, they all can benefit from meditation and mindfulness practice. So this is a very interesting technique being introduced to the global stage now. Because of this kind of research, meditation has become very popular in the West, especially mindfulness practice. And I know that, in mid-90s, in 90s, when I was conducting a weekly meditation session, I did not have that many local people, but now my meditation class is crowded with local people. And so I get a lot of invitations to come and give the mindfulness meditation training to different kinds of people in North America. So there is a story now. How does mindfulness meditation work, and why is it so important? And again, this is a story I normally tell everywhere I go. This is based on a sutra, discourse of the Buddha in the Samyutta Nikaya. And so this is a story about the turtle and the fox. So one day, turtle went out and he was looking for food. He was slowly walking by the bank of a river. And at the same time, there was a fox who also came out from his den, and he also started looking for food. The fox saw a turtle, and the fox was very happy, thinking, it's my good day. Now turtle is there. I'm going to get him. I'm going to eat him up. With this in mind, the fox started aiming at the turtle. Now, turtle also saw the fox, and turtle was panicking. And of course, first he got this panic attack, and maybe he was anxious because the fox is the enemy. Now he saw him, he's trying to get him now. So the turtle was thinking, what can I do now? Shall I run away? But then the turtle realized running away is not going to help, because the fox can run faster than the turtle. So then he said, it's not going to work out. Now, what is the next step I can do? Next thing I could do. So the turtle realized, I have something to protect myself. I have a mechanism to take care of myself, to save my life, to protect myself from the fox. And I have this hard shell, it's hard. If I go inside the shell, this fox will not be a match for me. So with this in mind, he was relieved. And when the fox got closer and jumped over the turtle to catch him, the turtle went inside the shell. And when he went inside the shell, he realized the fox can't do anything to me because he's safe, he's protected, and the fox cannot do anything. So now the fox was hovering around the turtle, thinking the very moment, if the turtle puts his head outside, I'm going to catch it, tear it off, and eat it up. So with this in mind, he was hovering around, waiting for the fox to put the head outside. But the turtle realized, I'm safe here. I know I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and but saving my life is more important than looking for food at this point. So he said, I'm safe here inside the shell. This fox cannot do anything. So he was relieved. He remained calm and quiet inside the shell. The fox, got tired of hovering around, waiting for the turtle to come out. And at the end of the day, the fox abandoned the mission. He went away. When the fox was gone, the turtle realized, my enemy, the fox is gone now. I'm out of danger. Now I can come out. So then the turtle came out and he started walking again and searching for food. So the story ends here. The Buddha said this is a story for a deeper teaching, but I use this story to make people realize what they are going through in their life. So there are so many foxes in our life. Now, one of the biggest foxes, one of the biggest enemies in our life now is the stress. Everybody is going through stress. Everybody is experiencing a stress. And another fox, another enemy is anxiety. Another is the depression. Another is the sadness, grief, fear, guilt. There are a lot of emotional struggles. And the, the biggest fox in our life is the trauma. Especially in this part of the world, people are going through so many traumas in their life, and as a result of that, they are suffering big. So when a trauma like the fox, the enemy, comes to us, what do? We practice meditation. We practice mindfulness meditation. We need to become like a turtle. Becoming a turtle means you're a meditation practitioner, and you have to go inside. That is your green zone. That is your safe zone. You are out of danger when you stay inside. Go inside. So, whenever suffering arise in our life, when we go through some turmoil in our life, when we go through stress in our life, during that moment, we have to seek some help from meditation. We need to become like a turtle. We need to go inside the shell. So that is the mindfulness meditation. That is how we can gain relief from stressful situations during stressful times. Panicking is not going to help us. Worrying is not going to help us. Thinking so much about things is not going to help us. We have to become the turtle. We need to develop this turtle attitude in order to really benefit to get out of all the personal struggles we have in our life. So Buddha made it very clear, in the Samyutta Nikaya, there is Anapana Sutta and Pasuvihara Sutta. There Buddha is explaining the benefit of meditation, how we can benefit from meditation. That this is like, Buddha made it very clear, mindfulness is all helpful for everyone. Anyone can benefit from the mindfulness meditation. And Anapana Sati Bhikkave Bhavita Bahulikata Mahapala Hoti Mahanisangsā. So if you can, I think we know this, that is why we practice meditation. But in the Western world, people never tried this. But after trying it, they see that people are really benefiting from this mindfulness meditation, the mindful breathing. And this is simple, anapanasati. That is the healing for us. That is the relief for us, and it brings the relief, stress-free, freedom from stress, anxiety, depression immediately. So the thing is, we need to understand this anapanasati meditation, satipatthana meditation, and then we can master anything in our life. That's what Buddha said in another sutta in the Anguttara Nikaya, called the Mulaka Sutta. And Buddha said, Satadi pataiya sabbe dhamma. All things can be mastered by mindfulness. And if you're looking for creativity, solutions, answers to your questions, your problems, and if you can meditate, and through meditation, you can get the right answers. You can become creative. You can become calm. So mindfulness helps us a lot. So we know this, mindfulness meditation, how we do it, mindful breathing. And I normally teach people, of course, in the Anapanasati Sutta and also Mahasatipatthana Sutta, we have 16 steps, but we don't go up to 16. But people benefit from meditation if they can master up to steps 5. So always mindful, he breathes in and breathes out. Breathing in and out long, he discerns, I'm breathing in and out long. Breathing in and out short, he discerns, I'm breathing in and out short. He trains himself, I will breathe in and out, sensitive to the entire body. And then he trains himself, I will breathe in and out, calming bodily fabrication. So what it means is that there is a way to do the mindful breathing. There's a technique that I use. I call it Ssmk meditation technique. The first S is slowly. Second S is silently. And M means mindfully. And K means kindfully. So when we breathe in and out, it could be short, it could be long. So we had to train ourselves to breathe in and out slowly. When you breathe in and out slowly, that actually helps you to become calm immediately, right away, in the present moment. That keeps you grounded in the present moment. Most of the time, people experience stress because they are busy with thinking of so many things. They are thinking of other things, about the past. They are thinking about the people and what happened to them, and they are projecting them into the future. So instead of doing that, if you can train yourself to breathe in and out slowly, without any rush. There's no rush for this. Just take your time, breathe in and out slowly. It is going to help you remain grounded in the present moment. And then if it is a short, if it is a long, and just breathe in and out slowly, and try breathing in and out silently, without doing anything, without thinking of anything. Just have silence in the mind, and just silently breathe in, breathe out. It could be short, it could be long, and follow the breath all the way in, all the way out, all the way in, all the way out. And then as you keep breathing in and out slowly and silently through the nose. And another thing that people have to understand, people experience stress or anxiety, get the panic attacks, because under stressful situations, people cannot breathe in and out through the nose. If you're not breathing in and out through the nose, then it's going to create a lot of stress, and your muscles are going to become tensed. With a lot of tension in the body and mind, you cannot breathe properly. Your breath pattern becomes shorter and shorter. As a result of that, people suffer. People just get stressed out. They start panicking. So if you can breathe in and out slowly and silently and with mindfulness, mindfully, we need to be mindful of each breath. How many times we are breathing here, how many times are we doing this. We need to be mindful of all the sensations, all the emotions, thoughts, whatever they are. Just become mindful. And you don't have to give an emotional reaction. Just become mindful, just observe. And then as you keep breathing in and out, slowly, silently, and mindfully, then you need to really benefit from meditation. You need to add kindness. You need to add love. You need to add compassion into your heart and mind. It is like, when I give two examples. When a baby cries and mother, attends to the baby and grabs the baby with so much love. And so the mother knows when a baby cries for two reasons. Either baby is hungry or thirsty, or baby made a mess. So then you need to be mindful of that. You need to clean the mess. After cleaning the mess, after changing diapers, then if the baby is still crying, the mother knows that baby is hungry or thirsty. Then the mother feeds the baby. And after a while, the baby stops crying. So in the same way, we are also crying. That is a stress. That is anxiety, that is depression, that is trauma, that is fear, grief, sadness. So what we need to do is, we need to hold ourselves like we are the babies. When we practice meditation, you need to understand you are the baby, you are in pain, then you have to be kind to yourself. Embrace yourself with a lot of kindness, love, with a caring heart, always believing everything will be all right. Everything will be okay soon. So, and then you need to, the way the mother pats the baby's back, in the same way, you need to start patting your back, saying, everything will be all right. Just breathe. Breathe slowly, silently, mindfully, and kindfully. And if you can breathe in and out like this, then guess what? Within half an hour, you begin to see the changes taking place in the body and mind. The stress is dwindling. Stress is going away, is decreasing. And then the happiness, joy begins to increase. So that is the technique we always teach to the people. So now how is a monk mindful? This is the teaching coming to us from the Satta Sutta in the Samyutta Nikaya. There Buddha says, stay mindful, monks, and alert. This is our instruction to you all. So Buddha is encouraging people to practice meditation, become alert all the time. In Pali, he says, Sato bhikkhave bhikkhu viharaya sampajano, ayango amhakang anusasani. So Buddha practiced this meditation, and this mindfulness meditation helped him become even enlightened, to gain freedom from human suffering. And then Buddha taught us an agenda, how to practice this meditation. And this meditation practice, if you can do it in the traditional way, in 5 steps, you need to remain focused on the body in and of itself. It's called kaya anupasana. You don't have to do anything, just look at yourself. Like, you know, harimukang sati upatapetu. You have to keep your attention, your awareness right in here. Because everything, all problems, you need to understand, all problems are starting from here. Like the way you see, the things you hear, the things you smell, the things you taste, the experience you get through the body. So if you go beyond this, you are in trouble. It's like, you know, going beyond like that is like the turtle who went outside. So when he came inside the shell, he felt relief, and he was able to save his life. So in the same way, when you practice meditation, you need to go inside, and then you just observe. When we say the kaya anupasana, that is the breath body, just observe the breath. Just watch the breath in and out, slowly, silently, mindfully, kindfully. And when you keep doing that, when you keep breathing, you have to do so intentionally, on purpose, ardently. You need to be alert. You need to be fully possessed of mindfulness. And then you need to let go. You know, these 2 emotional reaction, liking, disliking, liking, disliking, liking, disliking. So when you let go, these 2 emotional reactions, and by letting go 2 emotional reactions, and if you can breathe in and out ardently with full mindfulness, and then guess what? You begin to feel the relaxation immediately. You feel the relaxation in the body, and you feel the calm in the mind. That is the relief from stress, you know. So this is not just a one-day practice, you know. You have to keep doing this every day. And so when you do this meditation, like when you become mindful of the breath, and of course there are a lot of things happening. There are feelings arising. Now it could be unpleasant feeling. When we see feelings, this also emotions, maybe anger, maybe hatred, maybe jealousy, maybe wanting, maybe craving, something like that. When such feelings, when such emotions arise, you just have to observe. You just have to know, oh, these emotions, feelings have arisen in my mind. And then you have to know how long they are lasting. And then you have to know when they subside, when they go away. So one thing you need to keep in mind, a negativity, a negative emotion, a negative thought may last or could persist in our life if we hang on to it. But, you know, if we can let go, if we can be mindful of anything in these 3 steps, like, arising, persisting, and subsiding. Whenever emotions arise, notice that, and how long they are persisting, notice that, and when they go away, subside, notice that. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to react to these things. Just become mindful of this, thoughts and the perceptions, or feelings and emotions, etc., etc. And if you can practice this technique, guess what? You will feel such a huge relief from your daily stress. So, and this is what I teach. I think I did explain to this in already, how, by the way, a lot of people, a lot of high school students come to our center for mindfulness meditation training. These are grade 11 students from Catholic high school, and they, even the teachers know that after coming to the meditation session, they feel such a relief. So I teach this mindfulness meditation to the students, in this way, with Ssmk meditation technique. And you do this with 100% attention. And all you have to do, just breathe and relax. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax with Ssmk with 100% attention. And the Satipatthana is something that I explain in this way. When we normally experience stress, anxieties, problems, when we go out of our zone. When we come back to our zone, we feel relieved. So doing meditation, practicing mindfulness, cultivating mindfulness is a way of going into our own zone, which is trouble-free, stress-free, anxiety-free. In any stressful situation, what we have to do is to understand this, to see this. It works for everyone, by the way. This is the therapy. This is a solution that I give to people even who have become suicidal. And I will show you a video clip of that. So when police officers come to our temple, this is the technique I teach them. Mindfulness is good for everyone, and mindfulness meditation helps everyone change the way they look at things. So instead of looking at the things in the past and the future, look at the things in the present moment, how you're responding. Just observe feelings, sensations, thoughts as they arise, and observe as they persist, observe as they subside. And when you change the way you look at things, guess what? You change your mind, change your life. So I would like to, when people come to me for the counseling, for the therapy, what I do is I listen to them. So this is a man, this is a story featured in the Canada's national TV called CTV, National News. And by the way, today is the Mental Health Day in Canada. And so exactly today, it was featured in CTV National News, how a suicidal man, Canadian man, was able to reclaim his life through the practice of meditation. I would like you to watch this one.
Mental illness is turning the darkest chapters of his life into a beautiful backdrop of hope. CTV's medical specialist.
Oops, sorry.
Illustrating the many complex layers of mental illness is turning the darkest chapters of his life into a beautiful backdrop of hope. CTV's medical specialist Avis Favreau on drawing inspiration from the past for a brighter future. There are many roads to mental health. Ryan Joseph's is lined with art.
I went with a black background to almost like represent my dark past.
Artwork that's the symbol of a life saved from depression and almost death by suicide.
You know, with mental health, sometimes it's a very, very slow and silent disease. I just started feeling very anxious, very on edge, very depressed.
From the outside, Ryan appeared to have it all. A part-time actor and model who became a clinical psychologist helping children with autism.
Friends and family, they would never have guessed that, you know, there was this dark, dark pain and hurt that was going on inside me.
But despite medical care and an array of medications, nothing was working.
I felt like a guinea pig. I was on this one and maybe a little bit of that one. And it actually had a really bad reaction where I tried to kill myself.
Hospitalized, he said, he lost his home, his family, and friends. But he says his life began to change when he walked into this Buddhist temple.
Advante?
Yeah. Advised by his doctor to try meditation. That's where Bhante Saranapala taught Ryan how to meditate.
Medicine can heal your body, but you need meditation to heal your mind.
He now meditates daily.
Being inside, that was teaching my mind how to slow down the racing thoughts.
Now take a deep breath.
The monk also encouraged Ryan to turn to a childhood hobby as therapy, painting.
Every aspect of my life has improved. My happiness, my creativity.
His works now routinely fetch thousands of dollars apiece and are a symbol of his unusual road to recovery.
It's now become kind of my mission to, you know, remove some of the stigma that's associated with mental illness.
An inspiration for others to find help wherever they can. Ada Stavros, CTV News, Toronto.
So, by the way, you know, this young gentleman, he's doing amazing now. And he was sent to me by his doctor. So it's a long story, but I'm not going to go there. So then, for mental health, I normally encourage people to sing also a kindful song. And, you know, this is the kindergarten song, row, row, row the boat, gentle down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That is, you know, doing mindfulness meditation is a way of rowing the boat of life in the present moment, enjoying the beauty and understanding the, you know, you have to row boat of life in the present moment, happily, gently, mindfully, kindfully. And at the end, you understand whatever you have gone through, whatever you're experiencing, all that is impermanent, changing constantly. So that's why then we encourage people to live, let us live, let us live, let us live a life mindfully, kindfully, let us live a life. So this is the another mindfulness practice we do. And we do this kind of practices everywhere. And as you can see, during the summertime, you know, I have established a program. I call it Mindful Conversation Under the Tree. And then this is for the public. All these are the you know, the first responders and the essential workers who come, frontline workers who come to these sessions for the stress relief. And of course, as you can see, this is our weekly session, but it's not happening during this pandemic. A lot of people come here for meditation, and it's because they really benefit from this. It's a simple technique. We teach people to live a stress-free life. And this is also, as you can see, the police officers really practicing this loving kindness meditation with mindfulness. It's amazing to see how they are practicing meditation and benefiting from this ancient technique.
Don't worry about anything happening in mind. Just bring your attention inside. Just take another deep breath and relax. If you carry any emotional baggages from the past and future, it's time to put aside.
And we also give the similar training to the kindergarten kids. It's a different way of teaching meditation to the kids. These are 2, 3-year-old boys and girls.
May I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be free, may you be well, may you be happy. May you be peaceful, may you be free, may all be well, may all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be free.
And these are the primary school students. This is a metta bhavana that we are doing, loving kindness meditation. So anyways, because even the kids, nowadays experience a lot of stress. So this simple technique helps them a lot. This is the very reason why now even the kindergartens, primary schools, even the high schools are bringing mindfulness practice into the system. These are again the high school students.
Now you can just, it's very easy.
These are great elementary students.
Okay? And you can just join me, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be free. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free. Thank you. May all be well, may all.
So anyways, we also do the same teaching wherever we go, because even those who are getting married, they also go through a lot of stress. So I teach them this technique. A lot of people try this, because wherever I get the opportunity, I always try to teach meditation.
May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free, may all be well. May all be happy.
So, anyways, there are a lot of things that I can teach you, show you, but I think we are running out of time. So, it's a simple meditation technique that I teach everywhere for the stress relief during any stressful situation in life. I actually have much more to share, but now I think I ran out of time. So I think I can spend 5 minutes. If you have any questions, I wouldn't mind taking some questions from you.
Okay. Thank you, Venerable. You have a great and excellent Dhamma speech. I'm so happy your valuable time share with us. I'm so happy because of you are so close to for us.
Yes, I'm the product of the Subodharama, you know. That's where.
Okay. Yes, please. Yes. I'm so happy about that. Yes. Yes. I'm so proud, really. Yeah, you are doing very great service for the Buddha Sasana. Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. So
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Okay,
So
may you all the best, be well, happy and peaceful. Thank you.
let me, Naka, let me just give a little blessing to everyone who joined the session.
Okay. Okay.
Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sati bhavantu te. May all blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha be with you all for your physical and mental health, happiness, peace of mind. May all blessings be with you for your health and safety. May Devas continue to protect and guard you wherever you go with the divine blessings. May all blessings be with you. May all blessings be with you. May all blessings be with you.
Okay.
Thank you.